And we're back.
Don't put that in.
I'm going to put that in.
No. Okay. Hello and welcome. I'm Jacob Bellotti, joined as always by the incomparable, I didn't think of anything to say about you except that you look incredible. You look striped. You look cute. You have got your little haircut. You look petulant.
Petulant? That is a very mean and nasty word
You're
to
absolutely
use to
right.
describe me.
You are not petulant whatsoever, but it is a word that has come up quite a lot lately. Larry Saperstein, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm trying to work on my posture, as you know.
Yes.
So I'm like trying to sit up a little bit more. Maybe I should adjust this and see. Maybe that'll remind me to keep my posture up.
Yeah. Well, usually you have a leg crossed, and right now you don't have a leg crossed.
Because it's not good for the posture.
Okay. Well, fuck my posture, I guess.
Let's see what we... Well, yeah, you're also in a more relaxed chair.
That's true.
I have to, sit forward in this chair. And so I'm just seeing if I can fix my posture. Anyway, welcome to Let's Talk About That.
All systems are a go.
Talking database activated.
Begin in 3, 2, 1.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what? Let's talk about who? Let's talk about me. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about that.
Girl, I cannot believe we are talking about that.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Let's talk about that.
Oh, God. Whew, you got me feeling horrible about my posture now, girl.
Well, that's what my mother did to me for 25 years. So, I'm just passing it along.
Oh, God. Let's talk about us.
Yeah, let's talk about us. We are back. We are back in the
City
LA,
of Angels.
The city of dreams. The city of angels.
It's Hollywood, baby.
Hollywood, baby.
Yeah.
Darling. Los Angeles. I love ya.
I love it here. We are back in LA. Thank God.
Well,
after the fucking muggy ass experience.
Okay, you
had.
say that, but we arrived here to the worst heat wave I have ever seen in this whole entire freaking city. I have never seen it so hot here, ever.
Okay, well, that might be true, but clearly you haven't spent a lot of time in Vegas.
No,
or Palm
I haven't.
Springs.
I haven't, but that's not LA. I don't live in Vegas or Palm Springs. I live in LA.
Yeah.
And I came back here and I was expecting, we're dipping into fall, okay? It's on the horizon.
Well, a little bit. In LA, fall is more like November.
Okay, well, I mean, it's Halloween. It's, the Halloween Horror Nights is open.
That's true. And actually, I remember last year we went to the Nights of the Jack thing that they do in Calabasas, and that felt very autumnal.
Yeah. That was in October.
Yeah, that was October. So you're right. You're right.
Don't come for my fall.
No,
okay.
No, I will never.
I've actually
come
always
for your
been
autumn.
very surprised about how excited people get for fall in LA.
Yeah, I love it.
I always thought that no one would care about fall in LA, but I think it's because the film culture and the culture of costumes and dressing up is and horror movies, scary movies is such a big thing that it becomes such a big thing about LA and this area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And actually, I didn't even realize we're both kind of wearing very autumnal outfits.
Yeah, we're
today.
both autumnal today. So,
I love it.
Don't come for my autumn. I'm a Libra moon.
I wasn't coming for it.
Okay.
I don't know where you got that impression.
Well, you said it doesn't start till November, but I'm a Libra moon, and I would, it's not Libra season yet. But
okay, wait. What are your three big?
Well, I'm an Aries.
Oh, well, I know. But
and then I'm a Libra moon, and then I'm an Aquarius rising.
Interesting.
And you're a Sagittarius.
Yeah.
And I don't remember your moon.
Scorpio moon, Taurus
Scorpio
rising.
Moon. That's why you're such a bitch.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding.
Larry's been very aggressive lately in our personal life. I will say
Just
that.
the last 12 hours.
Yeah, he's been a little aggressive with me.
But it's the days come and the days go.
Well, speaking of coming and going, before we even came back to LA, we saw, as we teased in our last episode with Marsha,
Yeah.
Once Upon a Mattress, starring the incomparable, the
Yes.
legendary, the absolutely fabulous Sutton Foster.
Yes, I cannot believe we're talking about Sutton Foster again. It's a return.
I will talk about
to
Sutton Foster until we have Sutton Foster on the podcast.
Well, open invitation.
I
Maybe
know.
next time we go to New York, we can get Sutton
I
Foster.
know. We should try and film with her when we're in New York.
It would be cool.
again.
That would be very, very cool. I would love that.
Yeah, I have to say it was, I'm going to be honest with you, it might be my new favorite musical of all time.
Like the musical or the production we saw.
Both?
Like if you
maybe.
took the musical out of the
Because there's only
context-
one song I didn't like in it.
Which one was that?
The king explaining heteronormative sex.
Oh, I honestly don't even remember that.
To Michael Urie, by the way.
Honestly, that's
Plant
like
gay extraordinaire.
That's like barely a song. It's like half a song.
Yeah, I
But-
know. That was
so-
the only one I didn't like.
So if you take the musical out of the context of the production that we saw,
Well,
okay?
honey, we exist in the context of all that has come before us and all that what has
you
been.
know, maybe I did just fall out of a coconut tree. You know what I mean? Maybe this musical did just fall out of a coconut tree, and that's how we have to judge it in this moment.
Exactly. Listen, I do think a lot of it was how good Sutton Foster was. Like,
Okay.
she was so good.
My mom said Sarah Jessica Parker was amazing in 1998. Or
I know,
whatever.
but I have a hard time seeing that, to be honest.
Well, I think
Did she just around the stage?
Oh no, Jacob! No.
Yes, come on. Let me have these
God.
moments.
Oh God!
I live for these moments.
I know.
But Sutton Foster was like really exceptional. Like,
yeah, no, of course she was great.
like really exceptional.
Yeah.
and but also everybody else in it was incredible as well.
I'm still gagged that when you said, I said, let's go get tickets to see Once Upon a Mattress.
Yeah.
And then you said, I don't know anything about that show. What's it about? And I said, it's The Princess and the Pea. And then you said, what's The Princess and the Pea?
I'm sorry.
And that is crazy to me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Only one of us had a parent that cared to read them childhood stories in bed. So
I did not get childhood stories read to me in bed. Okay, I did not get that.
yeah, I'd never heard of it. Princess and the Pea? No idea.
That is so cuckoo bananas to me.
Maybe I don't explore hetero culture. Okay, maybe I don't care to explore it.
When you were 5, you
Yeah.
weren't exploring hetero culture.
That's right. I wasn't.
Well, I think
I'll
the
tell
show
you what
was
I
very
was.
gay.
I'll tell you what I was when I was 5. I was having a crush on a boy in kindergarten, honey.
Okay, and maybe that boy was reading Princess and the Pea.
Maybe he was. That's true, but I wasn't.
I think this show is very gay.
Yes, it is very gay. I mean, even the straight main male character was gay.
Yes, he was played by the gayest person ever.
Michael Urie, yeah. Who is wonderful, by the
so
way.
cute.
I do love...
So cute,
Oh.
Michael Urie. So cute, that Michael Urie.
That's not what I was going to say about
Oh,
him,
well,
but-
that's what I was going to say.
Okay, well, I was just going to say he's a very nice person.
Well, nice and cute.
Oh, God.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, God. All
I
right.
don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Saying that Michael Urie is cute.
I just don't necessarily agree. Is the
Well, I agree with myself.
Okay, that's fine.
Why don't you agree?
I just don't think he's very cute.
Jacob, he is cute. The brown curly hair, the little like attitude. I thought he was cute in the Plant Gay movie too.
Okay, well, I didn't. So
Okay. What is this indicative of? Representative of?
I just love when they go to the fucking Christmas recital thing. It says Jesus H. Christ on a banner, and Jennifer
know
Coolidge
that.
is standing there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Can't
I love
believe
it.
that movie was made.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so
Anna Gasteyer was in
Anna
it.
Anna
Gasteyer,
I've been
sorry.
corrected multiple times.
Okay, sorry.
Anna Gasteyer.
Anna Gasteyer,
okay?
and she was wonderful.
Yes, she was good. She
and
was
then
great.
Daniel, what's his last
Daniel Breaker, the
Daniel
original
Breaker.
donkey from Shrek the Musical.
It was kind of a Shrek the Musical reunion.
Yes, there were exactly 2 people that were also in Shrek the Musical.
Yeah, and they were
So-
playing main roles.
Yeah, they should have had Brian Darcy James. Could have been a full
They should have had
reunion.
John Tartaglia.
Yes, they should have. Or Christopher Sieber. Hello.
Yeah, hello. I don't know who that is.
He played Lord Farquaad.
Oh, okay.
In the musical.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so yeah, loved it. Loved it.
It was so good.
You know, I wasn't a huge fan of the design. I wasn't a huge fan.
I know, but it wasn't meant to be a fully designed show.
Right. It's like
That
a
was not the
concert
intention.
version. But I just feel like, they could have, amped it up just a little bit.
I would have loved if it was like a fully designed show.
Yeah, and that's why I almost wish that I could have seen it in like 1996 or whatever, because I wonder what it looked like back then. You know?
Well, I'm sure we can find a picture online.
Oh, I'm sure.
But anyway, the design didn't really bother me that much because I was cackling the entire time.
Super funny.
I was in awe of the writing. Almost.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of that was the writing and how much of it was the direction. Like,
right.
I need to read the show. You know what I mean? To see if a lot of those jokes are written into the book or if it was just directed that way for this production, because I've never seen another professional production of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And not only did I love it and was in awe of it, I think everyone who worked on it must have been absolutely incredible. Shout out to anybody who worked on it. We love you.
we love you. Once
love
Upon a
you.
Mattress on Broadway, limited engagement.
Oh, my favorite thing was that one usher who was hello gay.
I don't remember.
He was like, merch line this side, exit that way.
Downstairs. No, honey, that was at 6.
Oh my God.
That was
I don't even
at
remember.
6.
Oh God.
That guy was at 6. He's like, merch line this way, exit this way.
She had her whole
merch
life
line
together.
This way,
Yes.
exit this way.
She had her whole life together. So
Yeah.
shout out to that one usher, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, no one gets these bitches together more than
a gay usher.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing with the Sephora gays. The same
Yes.
thing with the Target gays.
Yes.
Okay? Gays in retail / customer service.
honey.
Exactly.
Gays in customer
service.
My God,
Yes.
what a joy.
Yeah.
What a
I'm really
joy.
glad that whole conversation landed us on this topic right here.
Yes.
Because gays in customer service, we love you.
We
okay?
love you if
You
you're
are
gay in
getting
customer
the
service.
bitches together, honey. Okay?
Yes. And they know
Okay?
exactly how to deal with every situation that arises.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, head gay over at Chipotle.
Oh my.
Head gay over at Chipotle.
I love that man.
He is getting the bitches to tell you. What's your story about him? When the guy wanted the extra chicken or whatever.
Oh yeah, this guy kept complaining. He's like, how expensive? First of all, this man ordered double protein, queso, extra guac, 2 scoops of guac.
Yes.
Okay, along with chips, a large guac, and a drink, and it was like $34 for his Chipotle. And he was like, well,
As it is when you get double chicken,
Right.
double guac, whatever,
queso, all the things, all the extras.
ridiculous.
Oh, and then I think he put another meat on the double.
He
meat.
got double meat and a double meat.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So anyway, then he's arguing with the Chipotle head gay.
Right, of course.
And he's like, I drive a Porsche. I can afford it. That's not the issue. It's just, how is this food so expensive? And head gay's just standing there like, yeah, I hear you. And then he goes, you know what? I'm calling corporate. Right after this, I'm calling corporate. And then the head gay goes, you do that. Have a nice day. And I was like,
And he just went, here's the bowl.
Yeah.
And get out of my face. Get out of my Chipotle.
Yeah,
Okay? Because this is my kingdom. This is my
kingdom.
queendom.
You don't run
Okay?
this. You might have your little Porsche outside, but this is
When
my
you step
kingdom.
into this poopy, smelly Chipotle, it's my queendom. Okay? And I know it's going to be a good day at the freaking Chipotle when you have head gay at the
Head
register,
gay.
head gay at the register,
And then supporting gay.
supporting gay at
Supporting
the front
gay.
of the line,
That's right.
and then fierce woman in the middle.
Yes, fierce Tina woman in the middle, supporting gay at the front of the line, and
Yes.
head gay at the register.
Yes, those are our 3 Chipotle. Like when we walk
This is
in,
so-
those are the Chipotle MVPs over at the Chipotle down the block.
This
When
is
we
so-
walk in and we have head gay, supporting gay, and fierce woman in the middle, we know we'll be out of there. And those portions,
Larry,
those portions will be right.
This is so specific to us.
I don't care. I don't care.
And anyone who frequents our
because
local Chipotle.
Here's the thing. We think this is specific to us, but I bet you every Chipotle in America has a head gay. I bet you every Chipotle in America has a supporting gay. I
I'm
bet
sure
you
they do.
every Chipotle in America has a fierce woman in the middle. And when you have head gay, supporting gay, and fierce woman in the middle, bitch, I know
That's
that my
the
chicken bowl
combo.
is going to be right.
You're right. That's the combo. And every time it's them, it's so good.
It's true.
And not only that, it's somehow like the food is made better.
Oh,
so, like,
because you
things
know
are
that head gay is also
getting
yelling
them
at
together.
the kitchen. He's getting them together in the kitchen.
He's like,
He's
you
saying,
better put enough
he's
paprika
saying,
on that chicken, honey.
Chicken working. Chicken
Yeah,
working.
chicken
We
working.
need the fucking bowl filled up, the bowl of chicken. Because sometimes you go when head gay, supporting gay, and fierce girl in the middle are not working, okay?
Yeah.
And they do not have, you'll be like, oh, chicken, I want chicken in my bowl.
They're
They're
like, we need to wait 10 minutes.
Bitch, the chicken is the most popular item.
It's the most
And they're not filling
popular.
up the chicken?
I
This is
100%
crazy.
agree. 100% agree because that chicken needs to be on point. It needs to be in the proper container on the line, not be
Yes.
on the fucking griddle in the back.
They have 12 items.
I know.
And they can't make sure that all 12 of those items are always ready to go.
That's right. And that's
I get it. I get it when I'm walking into the Chipotle at like 9:30 and they close at 10, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm okay if they don't have, the fajita veggies or whatever. But chicken?
don't act like you always get fajita veggies.
I don't always.
girl.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't always get the fajita veggies. But
Right.
chicken
I
at
know.
3:30 p.m. on a Tuesday?
I know.
And you don't have chicken? You're gonna make me wait 15 minutes for chicken?
That's unbelievable.
Bitch, give head gay a fucking raise. He should be running this whole fucking corporate system.
I mean, he really does get he
Ridiculous.
says chicken on one. Chicken on one. honey.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
What a
Anyway, what's your
tangent.
favorite fast food?
No. We had more things to talk about, Larry.
What else do we have to talk about?
With Doran's dance. And then my horrible, embarrassing story.
All right, we'll come back to the fast food.
Yeah.
But I really do want to talk about fast food with you because the Chipotle thing really just got me fired up about fast
I know,
food.
and trust, we will get into it.
But we went to a beautiful show
Yes.
at the Ford Theater in Los Angeles, which it's like one of those places where you drive by it every single day and you don't know it's there unless you are actually like trying to go there.
Yes.
It's like right across
It
the
has
freeway
that very
from the Hollywood
Diagon
Bowl.
Alley energy where it's
Yeah.
like you don't see it if you're like a normal person, and then
Sure.
you only see it if you're there.
Sure. Don't know anything about that. But
Yeah.
but I think that
Our Harry Potter fans will appreciate it.
okay, great. Harry Potter fans, snaps for you.
Maybe we love you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. It depends on your views on J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
Anyway, this show was great. And this theater is beautiful. It's like across the freeway from the Hollywood Bowl. And it's beautiful because there's no like back wall of this theater. It just goes out into like the hill.
Right.
And you see like these like beautifully like manicured kind of like Spanish garden thing like behind the stage.
Yeah, it's very effervescent.
Yes, and then they light them so gorgeously like throughout the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that was gorgeous. And then the show that we were seeing was a tap dance show.
Dorrance Dance.
Yes, a tap dance company called Dorrance Dance, and the person who runs that company, her name is Michelle Dorrance.
I love saying Dorrance Dance.
Dorrance Dance.
It's one of my
honey,
favorite
Dorrance
things
Dance.
to say. I'm always like, please welcome to the stage, Miss Dorrance Dance.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying Dorrance Dance for probably about 15 years.
Well,
no, not 15 years.
I've only been saying it for like a year. So.
Yeah, actually, maybe close to like 12 years. Like 12 years.
Okay.
I've known about Dorrance Dance.
I
You know
just
what I mean?
love the name Dorrance Dance.
Yes, and Michelle Dorrance, if you're interested in tap dance at all, and you have arrived at this podcast because of my interest in tap dance, and you have any interest in tap dance at all whatsoever, and you do not know who Michelle Dorrance is, Dorrance, okay, go look her up.
Dorrance.
And you know what's interesting?
She is the best tap dancer to me.
Dorrance Dance. If you just take out the ORR, it's dance.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize
She was
that.
born for it. She was born for this.
She literally was born for this.
Yeah. She's just an incredible tap
First of all,
dancer.
she was like, I think, the best tap dancer I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. Easily.
Besides you, of course.
No, I don't even need you to say that to me right now because I know that I could never compare to the genius artistry that is Michelle Dorrance.
Okay, well, she is a genius artist, but also you are too. And
Thank
I think
you.
we should give you props for that.
Thank you. Props to your mama.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was just a sweet little tangent.
thank
A
you.
little side.
Thanks, honey. Thank you. I'm just feeling very fired up about tap dance right
I
now.
know. Okay, continue.
So, and she had it was her company, so she had other dancers as well, and she choreographs all this material, and she does so much cool stuff with like, instruments and bass guitars, and like. She had a whole section with like 4 different bass, string bass instruments,
Yeah.
and 5 or 6 different tap dancers and different sections. And it was cool because I've known her for a long time and I've taken class from her and I've been in like intensives and workshops with her. And she actually presented some choreography in this show that I've learned from her.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see like that choreography again in this new setting, like in LA. It's so weird because there's a New York based company and I know them from New York. And like, so it was
That
just
being
really
said,
fun.
though, there were a lot of tap dance people in the audience, too.
Yes, I was
Like,
very surprised. Like, I'm like, oh, this is.
I think a lot of tap dance people live here.
Though not as many as New York, but I guess maybe there is a growing tap dance culture here in LA because I did feel like, wow, this is kind of like there is a tap dance culture here, and it's
Yeah.
everyone's coming to see Dorrance dance.
Yeah. And speaking of, by the way, the show was great. Let me just say that.
Yeah, it was incredible. It's hard to describe a tap dance show with no words on a podcast, but like,
Right.
it was great.
It was really good. And we'll post a video on our Insta
Yes.
and our carousel at Let's Talk About That pod.
Yes.
But speaking of tap dance, I took your tap dance class.
Oh yeah.
Which
What
is
did you think?
unbelievable. I think you're amazing. I think you're wonderful.
You think is that really what you think?
Yeah.
You amazing at being a teacher?
Both being a teacher and being a tap dancer, which I already knew, but,
Okay.
but being a teacher, this was the first, I think, context I've seen you teach in.
Yeah, probably.
And it was fabulous. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
My only thing was that I didn't know the base moves.
Right.
So Larry was teaching combinations of moves. Like
Well-
he'd be like, okay, double slide and then
Double slide.
or shuffle, double shuffle, and then what was the
Like a flap?
Yes, a flap.
Yes.
A flap, honey. And I just didn't know what the moves were. And
Yeah.
so I couldn't do the combinations because I didn't know how to do the
Right.
moves.
But I hear that, but I also think that like a big part of tap dance is you learn the moves through the combinations sometimes. Like there are these like building blocks of tap dance, like shuffles, flaps, whatever, toes and heels, whatever. And then it's the combination of those things that makes you a better tap dancer. It's figuring out
I totally
how to
understand that.
how to put those things together. You know
Right.
what I
But
mean?
I just need to know those things to be able to put them together.
Sure, right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you also need a pair of tap shoes. You don't have tap shoes.
That's true, I
You're just
don't.
kind of coming to observe and enjoy, and I totally respect that. I'm not trying to be.
I was absolutely not coming to observe and enjoy. I was coming to learn tap dance.
Okay, but you don't have tap shoes. So like there's only so much you can do without tap shoes. I'm not trying to comfort you. I promise.
Well, I was trying my best. I was trying to do all the moves.
Totally.
I wasn't observing. I was out on the floor dancing.
You were. Yes.
So don't come for me unless I send for you. Honey.
Well, once you get a pair of tap shoes, then I feel like we can really dig deep if you want to learn more. And
I would like to learn more because it
more.
kind of did frustrate me that there is like a percussion thing that I don't know because
Right.
I am a percussionist. I'm a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the world of percussion for 17 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's very strange to me that there's a type of percussion I don't physically cannot do.
Yeah, but
like yes, I
it's
understood.
dance. It's,
I
like,
understood
different.
all the rhythms
Yeah,
that
sure.
you were teaching. Like I understood. Like when you were like, "Does anyone know what that's called?" I said triplet like 4 times. But
Right.
everyone like ignored me. And
what happened.
and
Okay.
and I was just like, I can't physically do the percussion, which was frustrating.
Right.
So that was my experience, but I did love it. I think you're a wonderful teacher.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Last thing before we get into our real topic of the day.
Yes.
I wanted to bring this up. Maybe this can be a real topic of the day, and we'll talk about fast food and call it a day.
Okay.
Is that I have been reading. This is, first of all, I'm being very vulnerable.
Okay.
I'm being extremely vulnerable.
I will tone down my sarcastic remarks for this segment
because
of this episode.
This is a very safe space for me to sit here and talk about this with you and whoever
like that
is
commercial.
listening.
This is a trusted space.
Yes, I have been reading a fan fiction of
Wonderful.
Heartstopper.
I thought like Heartstopper is already kind of a fan
It
fiction.
is kind of, but the reason I'm reading it is because a friend of mine recommended this to me because he told me it reads not so much as like a fan fiction of Heartstopper, but as a real story where they're just plugging in kind of the characters' names.
Okay.
And I will say he's completely right. So this fan fiction, by the way, is called Lavender Fields. That's the
Lavender
name of it.
Fields, darling. Lavender Fields. Aren't some fan fictions like thousands of pages?
Yes. Well, this one's over 1 million words.
So how compare that to like a normal book? Like
A normal book is like 300,000 words, maybe.
And how many pages would that be in a normal book?
Like 450, 500.
Okay, so this is a book that if this was printed as a book,
Yeah.
you're telling me it would be
Thousands of
like
pages.
like potentially multiple thousands
it would be
of pages.
thousands of pages.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
And I've read the whole thing.
You read the whole thing already?
Well, it's still being up. Okay, so here's what happened.
Oh, they're still
Let me tell you about it.
adding.
So you don't really know much about the world of fan fiction.
I know, I guess I don't.
Okay, so normally fan fiction is complete
my leg for
utter
this.
complete utter smut. It's just like these two characters I think are hot, so let's make a fiction about them having sex with each other.
Right.
That's normally what fan fiction is.
Right. Okay.
But sometimes fan fiction can be more than that. It can be like real stories where they incorporate
Right.
the characters or whatever.
Right.
This particular one, they've pulled elements from Heartstopper.
Okay.
Such as the characters, but it's a kind of a completely different thing. So like in this version of the story, the premise is that Nick, right, from Heartstopper,
Yeah.
is a former professional rugby player who is now running an inn called Lavender Fields that his mom had owned, and she's off traveling, and he's
So
running
they're
the inn.
older?
They're older. They're like in their late 30s or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And then Charlie was supposed to get married to the character of Ben, but the night before the wedding, Ben called it off, and their honeymoon was supposed to be at Lavender Fields.
So in this world, did Charlie and Nick date like in high school?
No, they had never met. So, it's like, I'm telling you, it's like its own story with the
Okay.
characters. And so when Ben leaves Charlie the night before the wedding, Charlie decides to go on the honeymoon trip anyway because it's non-refundable,
Sure.
deposit, and
But he
he
meets
meets
Nick.
innkeeper Nick, and that's how they meet, and it's like
And
a
then
whole
they bone in lavender fields.
no, my God.
Woo!
Okay, I will say there's like one chapter that's like smutty, but like truly, that's like chapter 23 of the whole thing, and the whole story is like so well written and told that I
Okay.
feel like I'm actually reading like a good book.
That's wild.
But
it's a good book that never ends because they're just going to keep adding more and more to
it
it.
does end, so there is an end
Okay.
to it, but the whole story was told from the perspective of Nick.
Okay.
And now they're doing the entire story from the perspective of Charlie.
Oh my God. Wait, so and that's a new book that they're making as well?
Yeah,
Or like-
so it's additional. So it's like the same chapters and the same events, but told through the perspective of Charlie.
Oh,
which
God.
is it is interesting because there are a lot of chapters where they're like not together. So
Right,
in the
right,
original
sure.
story, like a lot of times Charlie's away and you don't really know what he's doing. You just get that Nick is communicating with him and then whatever Nick's doing in his personal life. So then in the Charlie versions of the chapter, you get to see what Charlie was doing.
So how long does this relationship traverse in this version of the fan fiction? Like, does the story like go span like 15 years?
The story spans it's difficult to say. I mean, like, so really most of it takes place over the course of 6 months.
Okay.
But then like at the end it goes into their future lives together.
Got it.
But most of it is really over the span of like 6 months.
Got it. I've never read a fan fiction.
Yeah,
I mean, I famously I don't enjoy reading, so
Right.
I've never read the original fiction, so why would I read a fan made fiction?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I bet there's fan fiction of you out there.
I would love to see it. If you know,
I'll look after this.
If you know of any High School Musical, the musical, the fan series fan fiction,
Of
that
course
includes
there
me,
is, girl. You think people didn't write fan fiction about Josh and Olivia?
or Josh and me.
Oh, maybe.
A lot of people did that.
Well, so
I don't know if
clearly
they
you
did
know.
it. I don't know if they did it. I don't know if they wrote fan fiction about it, but they would post about it. I'd seen like tweets and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I've seen fan art of me and Josh kissing.
Oh, that's
Yes.
weird.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't love that.
Well, they want. Well, it's not me and Josh. It's Ricky and Big Red. You know?
I get that, but
So-
still weird.
I don't know. Whatever. I'd never happened in real life, so it doesn't.
No, I know,
really matter.
but I'm just thinking like I'll find something after this.
All right. Well, if you find something, we will read it on the podcast.
Yeah, but let me just say the world of fan fiction is often terrifying. There's a lot of really insane people that get very attached to
Right. To
certain ones and like believe them to be true. So like for instance, like
true.
like so there have been a lot of fan fictions about like One Direction.
Right.
And
okay.
like
And people believe that like
and
these
people
stories
like and then
about-
like they read like a story about I don't know like Lewis and Harry like
Right.
getting to
they call them
together.
Larry.
I guess
I know
they
this
do.
because when I've searched my name on like
you get Lewis and Harry.
yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But like people like read those stories and they like that becomes their reality.
Yeah.
You
that's
know,
scary.
so it is kind of scary. But I will say this one that I'm reading is like a really excellent story. And like, I do believe that if you took out the Heartstopper of it, if you took out the Nick and Charlie and like just replaced them with regular characters, and,
Right,
like,
it would be an interesting book.
changed a couple lines here or there.
you almost wonder
it stands
why
on its own.
Yeah, you almost wonder like why didn't the person just do that?
Because they enjoy Heartstopper, so they were writing it like
Yeah.
as a love letter to Heartstopper. But like genuinely, like I think you could take it, make other characters, and adapt this into like a TV
real
series
yeah.
or a
and people
movie.
have done that before, right? Like
yeah.
there are full on series and movies and stuff that were like inspired by fan fiction or
Absolutely.
the way that they started was off of like a fan fiction. Right?
Absolutely.
So.
Particularly a lot of like cartoons have
and like young YA stuff.
YA
as well.
stuff have come from that. But like truly, I do think this one could be adapted. So
Well, you should reach out to them and say,
I know. Let me get some optioning going on here.
Yeah. Anyway, you can watch Heartstopper season 3 on Netflix coming October.
Third.
October
Netflix,
3rd.
we love you.
Netflix, we love you.
And let me tell you, I've seen Heartstopper season 3.
And you know what?
And it's great.
Jacob. You know what? Maybe we can be the official Heartstopper podcasters for the next season.
No, they got Tia Coffee locked into that one.
She's got a 6-season deal on the Heartstopper podcast.
Yeah, but if you want us to do the Heartstopper podcast next season, we're here for it. We're here for it. We'll do it.
Tia, we will take your gig.
All right. Well, more Let's Talk About That, this podcast, right after this. And we're back with more Let's Talk About That.
And we're back. You know, this Chipotle rant really awakened something in me.
My God.
And you know, it comes off the heels of this week where it has been so hot, okay? So
hot.
disgusting.
Disgusting.
And, you know, I famously do most of the cooking in this household, and Jacob famously does some of the cleaning.
Oh my God, Larry. That is so untrue. Nothing in this place would be clean if it was not for me.
Nothing would be clean?
Nothing would be clean.
That's not true.
Who wiped down this table right before this podcast?
And why did you do that, Jacob? Why were you the one that wiped down the table?
So that
Because I was going to the grocery store to get us food to cook for dinner. And I asked you specifically, Jacob, can you get the room ready for the podcast? And so you wiped down the table.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're in a studio in Van Nuys. We're in a studio in Van Nuys.
So
Okay,
anyway,
but this is not true.
so-
I do your dishes all the time.
Yes, you do.
I do your dishes all the time.
Yes, you do.
I make your bed.
Yes, you do.
I clean around. I pick up trash when
Yes,
I see
you
it.
do.
I bring in dishes
Yes,
when
you
I
do.
see them out.
Yes, you do.
I am a very cleanly person.
That's
So
why I
don't-
said you do some of the cleaning and I do most of the cooking.
you
That's
do
what I said.
some of the cooking.
Okay, when was the last time you cooked for us?
Irrelevant to this
Irrele-
conversation.
Sounds like
Because we order food a lot.
You know what? The last time I cooked, wouldn't even have to ask
No,
the question.
you-
We don't even have to approach
You
the
know
question.
what? These transgender illegal aliens, okay? That's what I'm talking about.
You
I
cooked cats
do-
and dogs for me.
You know what? I am happy to cook, let me just add.
Okay.
And I will cook again.
It's okay. I'll stick to the cooking.
Well, guys, the podcast has been really fun.
We did 16 episodes.
We made it 16 episodes before it came to a tragic end with the tragic end of this relationship. So thank you all for listening to 16
Woo,
episodes.
I'm just singing them today.
of Let's Talk About That.
I'm just singing them right at you.
What, did you have coffee today? What happened?
No, I think it's that we're doing this at night.
Did you have your B12?
I didn't.
Oh.
I just took 2
So
naps.
you just naturally are this virile today.
Yes.
Wow.
It's wonderful. I'm so excited. Anyway, so it was very hot this week.
The
And
kind of heat that makes
kind
you
of
wish
heat
that it
that
was air conditioned.
Yeah, the kind of heat that makes you yearn for it to cool down or
Yes,
whatever.
Millie Bobby Brown, we love you.
Yeah, we love
If you
you.
got that reference. Shout out to you.
You know, it's really hot. It's the heat.
Yeah, it's the heat. Tony, it's so hot. It's the heat.
So we normally I do most of the cooking. Whoa.
You know what's funny? I was listening to our Marcia episode earlier today, and you were trying to explain something about High School Musical, and it took you like 8 tries to say what you were going to say. You went, but it was,
So let me tell
But
you
the
something
thing that,
about the zingers, okay?
Yeah.
When the zingers, when they are not genuine and when they're just being done in retaliation,
Yeah.
they don't come off as charming. Okay. So, like, for example, last night in the debate, right? Trump said, I'm talking, sound familiar. That didn't come off as charming as when Kamala said, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. You see the difference? So, in this situation, I'm giving the authentic singers. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, please keep going. Please.
No, that was it. That was all I had to say about it.
You're inviting a world of pain after this is over. So.
Woo! Pain. Anyway, so we had a lot of fast food last week. And I'm just curious to know.
Do we have a lot of fast food?
No, we don't have a lot of fast food regularly, but we did have a lot of fast food last week.
That's
and
true.
And we do have a lot of Chipotle.
Because what is better on the hottest day of the year than some hot fried chicken?
Then 10 chicken McNuggets.
And hot fries.
And a large sweet tea.
Yeah, I know.
What is your favorite fast food?
I don't have a favorite fast food because I didn't grow up eating fast food.
Ever?
Like,
wow.
I truly never ate fast food growing up as a child because I lived in New Jersey, which is the land of local places, right? It's where you have local Italian everywhere. Everyone cooks. Like, it's you eat local or you go to a nice restaurant. You don't go to McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, that is... Honestly, Long Island is very similar, right? Like, there's a lot of local places, like local Chinese food places, local Italian places, whatever. I was so surprised. Like, there is a big, like, culture difference between, and I really saw this when I started living, and working in Salt Lake City.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, girl.
They eat Olive Garden.
Yeah.
They eat Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
They eat...
For the record, I'd never been to those places before at least college.
I think I went to an Olive Garden in my life like twice before, before, not even college, like before being in Salt Lake City and whatever. And Cheesecake Factory maybe once or twice.
Never.
And I, this is not against... It's also a thing here in LA. I mean, it's a little different. There's a lot more local places in LA, but like there's not the same like level of respect for like the small local places as there are like in like New York, New Jersey, like, and I don't know what that's about, but so, I definitely have had more like chain restaurants and like fast food. Now, do you consider like a restaurant like Applebee's or Fridays? Would you consider that fast food?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
The definition of fast food is that like it can have a drive-through.
Okay, but it is a chain restaurant.
I understand,
and like
but
the quality...
a chain restaurant does not mean fast food.
Sure, but I feel like and I actually agree with
Mastro's is a chain restaurant.
Yeah, but okay, I agree with you. I do. I agree with you. But I think that like...
By the way, Mastro's, we love you.
But if you go to a Fridays or an Applebee's and you order wings, okay, boneless wings.
Okay.
I am willing to bet that those wings are probably the same exact wings that you would be getting if you went to Wingstop. Do you know what I mean? Like they're frozen and delivered to the location, and then fried and served on a plate. Just one is served on a plate.
You can buy them in the grocery store. You can get TGI Friday mozzarella sticks in the freezer aisle.
Right, and I was like, what makes that different? Like, what makes a chicken nugget from Fridays different than a chicken nugget from Wendy's?
I think probably it's a little better quality.
I don't even know.
I don't know either because I don't really eat at those places.
Well, let me tell you. There is nothing better than a Wendy's chicken nugget.
Okay. So I don't think I've ever been to Wendy's in my entire life.
We haven't gone to Wendy's ever?
No. I don't think I've ever been to one in my entire life.
So Wendy's has perfected the chicken nugget.
Okay.
And I say this time and time again.
Okay.
Because as much as people like to think that McDonald's has this like great chicken nugget, it's just false. It's just false. Because the Wendy's chicken nugget is so much more flavorful. It has so much more texture, okay? So when you go to McDonald's, right, and you get that chicken nugget,
the McNugget.
Yeah, like a chicken McNugget, right?
Yes.
It's the breading is like its own layer, okay?
Yeah.
It's like its own layer, and it's very easy for that chicken McNugget to become rubbery.
Okay.
If it's not fried like right then and there and handed to you, then it's crispy, okay? And I get that. But it's like I have had so many chicken McNuggets from McDonald's that are rubbery.
Well, you've been to McDonald's quite a few more
I
times
have.
than I have.
Okay. You see, this is you're zinging them back at me because your feelings were hurt before.
No, that's not true. I'm singing them at you because I can.
Okay, well, I guess I have been to, you know what? I'll own it.
Yeah.
I'm standing on it.
You're
I'm standing on it.
standing on. You look like a McFlurry, honey.
Jacob.
Well, don't they have isn't that the fall McFlurry
Jacob,
colors?
I don't know if you can come back from that one. We're going to have words off camera.
No, the colors you're wearing, is that not the autumn McFlurry?
There's no such thing as an autumn McFlurry.
I thought
They have
I've
Oreo
seen a
and M&M.
commercial for it.
I haven't.
It's orange and white and like that. Mm-hmm. I'm not making this up.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you can show me a picture, then maybe it'll stave off this argument.
I thought no, they have an October McFlurry.
All right. I'll take your word for it. Can I go back to talking about the Wendy's chicken nuggets? This is important to me.
Sure. Okay.
So
I'm sorry, honey. I didn't realize how important this was to you.
the Wendy's chicken nugget,
Yeah.
it's very important to me.
Okay.
So the Wendy's chicken nugget, okay? The difference is
Should we go get them right after this?
We should have gotten them and then done a display, done a compare and contrast.
Okay,
a
because
Venn
I've
diagram.
never had a Wendy's chicken.
Well, I had
nugget.
Wendy's last night. So
You
I don't know.
did?
Yeah. When I said I was getting that snack on the way home,
Oh,
it was Wendy's.
Oh,
And that's what made me think about doing
that's
fast
why you
food.
wanted to talk
And
about this.
I was in the drive-thru while I was listening to another podcast, and they were going on a whole rant about Taco Bell, and I was like, we really should talk about fast food. Because I
Okay.
could also talk about Taco Bell.
Okay.
Anyway,
Wendy's chicken nugget.
So the Wendy's chicken nugget, it's breaded. Okay, it's like
Okay.
breadcrumbs.
Okay. Oh.
And there's like you can see there's like pepper,
Yeah.
There's it's and the chicken is like juicier. It's like it's got more bounce. You can squeeze it and it kind of bounces back.
Okay.
And maybe that's like the stuff that they fry it in. I don't know. But Wendy's, we love you.
We love you, Wendy's.
At least I do, because I just think
Sure.
that Wendy's has perfected the chicken nugget, and I've said this for probably a decade.
A decade.
Yes, this is what I believe down like firmly in my core.
Well, I'm glad that you believe that, but I'm curious then if you believe that, why you've never introduced me to a
Well, because the
Wendy's
McDonald's is
chicken.
right there, and the Wendy's is either all the way over there or all the way over there. It's like 15
Oh, I see.
minutes.
Wait,
to
where's
go
the where's the closest Wendy's?
So there's a Wendy's in the Empire Center, and then there's a
Oh.
Wendy's on Sepulveda.
Oh my god.
But there's like 3 McDonald's before you even get to the Wendy's.
Oh.
So I'm only get it if I'm over there.
That's true. You do know where every McDonald's location is in Los Angeles.
No, I know where 3 or 4 of them are in the valley. And I know where the Taco Bells are, and I know where the Wendy's are.
Yes. Okay.
Those are that's the holy trinity.
Okay, so I've also I don't think ever had Taco Bell.
I feel like we've had Taco
no,
Bell together.
You've had it with Jerome before.
And you
but
just didn't eat
I
it.
didn't even go with you. You
Wow.
went with Jerome to get it, and I
Wow.
didn't go. But I'm kind of scared of Taco Bell. If I'm
What makes you
honest.
scared?
I'm terrified of what it could do to me because I always hear
It'll wreck you?
about Taco Bell being the one that gives you stomach things.
Honestly, I've never had that issue.
Okay.
And I have stomach issues. I have a sensitive tummy.
You do have
know
a
what
sensitive
I mean?
tummy.
I'm a sensitive tummy girl.
Yes, you are.
I don't have that issue with Taco Bell. Never, not once.
Okay, that's interesting to me because I've always heard the stories like Taco Bell is the one, and it's like online, like all the memes are like me after Taco Bell.
Really?
Like
I don't know that.
So I've always been a little scared of Taco Bell, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, so And I'm not a Taco Bell connoisseur like many
Okay.
are. And actually, I would not even call myself like a fast food connoisseur. Like, I don't know all the menu items. I'm not interested in that. Like, if I'm going, I want my chicken nuggets, or I want my staple items.
You like the
know what I mean?
McCrispy.
I like McCrispy. Sometimes, if I'm really hungry, I'll also get like a little burger on the side. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the little cheeseburger.
Yeah.
That's only from McDonald's, really. I don't really get that from Wendy's.
You like Cane's, Raising Cane's.
I do like Cane's. That's more of a chicken finger.
Which I had that for the first time.
What'd you think?
I thought it was fine. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. I think
it's not-
Cane's is good.
It's not like, it's not Tully's. Like,
I think it's I mean, well, talk about sensitive tummy.
yeah, you
Cane's
couldn't handle
doesn't,
Tully's. But that's why, because Tully's was so delicious and flavorful that your stomach couldn't handle it. Like, it was so incredible that you just couldn't fully get it. Tully's, by the way, is a small chain. I should say this.
Shout out to Tully's.
Yeah, Tully's, good food, great times. We love you. It's a small chain that is based in Syracuse, New York, Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I think one other location.
I think Ithaca.
Ithaca. Okay, great. But Tully's Good Food, Great Times is really the best chicken tender on the planet. It is, like, objectively.
It was a good chicken tender. I do think Cane's is they're in a similar vein. It's kind of like a Cane's chicken.
No, Cane's was more like Popeyes to me.
No, Popeyes.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Okay. Because the Popeyes chicken fingers, they're not it.
Really? You didn't think so?
No,
I think they're fine.
there's like no chicken. It's like a little teeny bit of chicken.
Oh, maybe
and
you
it's like,
maybe you just got a bad
well,
scoop of it.
it's
you know?
it's a chain restaurant. There should not
I know,
be.
but did you see how stressed out the guy was that was working behind the counter when we went?
No.
He was very stressed. Like,
Okay.
He spilled the
not
entire
blaming-
thing of lemonade as we pulled up. I mean, it was a disaster.
I'm not blaming that guy. I'm
Yeah.
blaming Mr. Popeye.
Okay.
Because
Maybe he just gave you a bad pull of the chicken.
well, there
nuggets.
shouldn't be bad pulls of the chicken. Everyone should get the same.
Well, but that's not how it works, sweetheart. You know that.
Well, that's how it works at Wendy's.
I've
my
had
chicken nuggets
McCrispies
are
that were way better than
consistently-
other McCrispies.
Well, this is, props to Wendy's because my chicken nuggets are consistently
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
I do like the sides that they give me at Popeyes. I do like that.
Yeah, they're great. The mac and cheese is really
Mac and cheese,
Really
mashed
special.
potatoes were quite exceptional, and they give you a biscuit.
Yeah. Oh my God. What restaurant did we go to in New York that had the mashed potatoes I liked?
The Westville?
Westville.
Yes.
I liked their mashed potatoes. They
Yes.
had very good mashed potatoes.
Westville in New York City. We love you.
Yeah, we do.
Great restaurant. They have delicious mashed potatoes and like chicken cutlets. It's very like home style.
Yeah, it did feel that way. It almost
Yeah.
felt like I shouldn't be paying for it because it's like something that would be cooked at home, you know?
Well, most of the time you don't pay for it and I cook for it.
That is simply not true.
Honey, I literally just made tonight the same meal that you had at the Westville.
Yes, you did.
At the
correct.
Westville, you had a chicken cutlet,
Right.
mashed potatoes, and green beans. What I make tonight for us to eat. Chicken cutlet, mashed potatoes, green
I actually had the
beans.
roasted carrots instead of the green beans
Okay.
at Westville. But regardless,
the green
besides the
beans.
point, you don't always pay for it. I buy the chicken sometimes. I
Sometimes.
buy the vegetables. I buy
Sometimes.
the mashed potatoes.
Tonight, I bought it.
I know that you bought it tonight, but I'm saying there is an even split there.
Well, if we go to fast food, you should get it for me.
I don't agree.
What do you think about fast food desserts?
Okay, so this I can weigh in on because I do love a milkshake. I will say I love a milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
And I just tried the Popeyes caramel apple
Yeah, what was that?
cheesecake.
Was it
It's like a
good?
new item. It was really good, I thought. Although I wouldn't call it caramel apple. It really was just kind of like a caramelized apple. Like,
Okay.
it was more, it wasn't like caramel. It was
Okay.
like.
I
it
don't
was
like
a
caramel, really.
caramelized. Well, apple
So-
pie is caramelized. Like, it was like that.
Right, that's caramelized, but it's not.
That's what I'm
caramel.
saying. That's what the cheesecake was like. It was like a
Okay.
caramelized apple
Okay, got it.
cheesecake. It was good. It was fine.
Great.
I don't have that much experience with other desserts. I
Talk
think
about Taco Bell for a minute. the Cinnabon Delights at
Never had
Taco
it.
Bell.
Never.
So good.
Really?
It's like a little cinnamon bun thing, and then on the inside it's like got like the cinnamon like cream.
Interesting.
And you get them in like packs of 2.
Okay.
So
You know what I
good.
like?
So
Actually,
good.
here's the one I like is the Domino's chocolate lava cake.
Okay.
Their
yeah.
chocolate lava cake is fantastic.
But I
to
will
me.
raise you the
Okay.
Trader Joe's frozen chocolate
Never
lava
had it.
cake better than Domino's.
Never had it.
The Trader Joe's frozen chocolate lava cake is better.
But that's not
than
fast
Domino's.
food.
It's not fast food,
Right.
but it is better,
Okay, well,
and I
I've
can have it just as fast and cheaper.
I've never had it, so
I thought we got that.
no, we
together.
didn't. We got the. We sound
What?
So
No. This is the
Unhealthy.
people want to know.
we sound so unhealthy. We got the fried ravioli.
Yeah.
And we got the oh my god, I can't think of it. The French
the French.
little
I don't know.
cakes. You bite them.
The French cakes that you bite.
They're not cakes. They're like cookie. They're the flaky cookies. Why is
I
it not
don't
coming?
know.
La Dorée makes them in France on the Champs Elysees.
Honey, I've never been there.
No, but they had them at the Descendants. I had one.
Macron.
Yes,
Oh.
Macron. We got Macrons, and
I don't
we
even
got,
remember. Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember the Macron.
and then we got the cannolis, the little cannolis that they had.
We'll get the chocolate lava cake.
We've
It's
never
good.
had the lava cake.
It's good. It's good. What do you think about a McFlurry? As I
think I've had-
apparently I look just like one.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta tone it down. You gotta see the loving energy that I'm projecting onto you and project the same onto me because I haven't been feeling it.
Okay. Well, I love you. What do you
Okay.
think about the McFlurry?
I've had it one time. I thought it was kind of flavorless.
New packaging on those McFlurries. Not
Okay.
sure what that's all about.
I don't even know about that, but I will say they're kind of flavorless to me.
Well, it's just like vanilla, like.
but
ice
it's
cream.
not even.
No,
Like,
it's chemical ice cream.
it's kind of like sweet cream ice
but
cream.
that's what That's the base of their milkshakes, though.
But the milkshake is somehow way better for some reason.
I mean, I don't mind the McFlurries. I don't mind them.
I just think it's kind of flavorless. I'm like, why am I eating this many calories when it doesn't have a good flavor?
Wait, you've never been to Wendy's? You've never had a Frosty?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh my bitch! A Frosty!
I've never heard of it.
A Frosty!
What is that?
It's like Wendy's soft serve, like ice cream, kind of. But
Oh.
it's honestly, it's in the middle between a milkshake and a soft serve ice cream. It kind of like threads that needle.
Can we go right now?
Sure, we could get some Frosties. It's
I
pretty
mean,
good.
what the hell?
The Frosties are good, but there's no toppings. It's just a Frosty.
I can't believe you went without me and now want to talk about all of this because now I'm very intrigued.
Honestly, I don't know if I believe all this stuff about that you've never been to these places because I feel like
What do you
we've been to these
mean?
places together. Like,
We've been to McDonald's. We've been to Cane's.
yeah. And
That's the only. And we've been to Popeyes. Those are the only fast food places we have ever been to together.
Seriously never had Taco Bell?
Never. Not once in my life.
Wow.
Not one
and never
time.
had Wendy's.
Never.
Because
Not once.
Taco Bell, Wendy's, McDonald's, those really are my three.
We
Those
can
are
have
my three
I'm
girls.
sure my mother's listening. We love you, Jen.
Yeah.
She can testify. I've never had these.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Wow.
Because we cooked in our house.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Well, we cook too, but not. I was just on the move a lot,
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of
I
activities,
totally understand.
and we needed to get food quickly on the way.
Sure.
And then it was the same thing when I lived in New York. Like, yes, there were plenty of like.
You only had a minute. You just had to go in and get a quick bite. You didn't have time because it's always rush, 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 a New York minute. I'm a doorman. I've always been a doorman.
Talk about accent work.
Well, I was mocking. I was mocking New York. I can do a real New York accent because I'm from New Jersey.
Do the accent.
Like
giving-
the mocking one or the real
No,
one?
do the real one.
From New York. What are you talking about? You think I can't talk like a New Yorker?
What does Wendy say? Wendy SFO.
Am I a Nikki Stan? Pull up in the Sri Lanka.
Pull up in the Sri Lanka. I'm a
What?
local commentator.
Pull a local commentator? Yeah.
All right. Well, if you could close your eyes right now and pick one fast food treat to have this evening, what would it be?
I guess it would be a fucking Wendy's Frosty. I don't know. I've never had it, and you just hyped it up so much that now I feel like I want it.
Work. Then we'll update y'all if we secure the bag of Wendy's Frosties.
Are we
Have you had In-N-Out?
I have had In-N-Out. Yes,
Okay.
I've had In-N-Out maybe twice.
Work.
I didn't love it.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's
I
good.
don't know what the hype is. And I don't think I got anything besides a burger and fries there.
Yeah. Well, they also have milkshakes.
Because you also know that I don't usually get drinks when we get fast
Right, I
food.
know,
Because
I
I
know.
usually just drink water.
I know.
But if I'm getting a drink, it's going to be like
It's a milkshake. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we'll try Frosty.
Maybe. We'll have to see. The world is full of so many exciting possibilities.
Yeah, and at home, I really want to hear your Frosty opinions. Let us know what you think of Frosties. Let us know what you think of McFlurries. Let us know what you think of Cinnabon Delights.
Honestly, I'm curious to know. Let us know in the comments about your favorite fast food.
Yes.
Because if there's things that I should be trying that I have not tried, I would like to know about.
Yeah,
it.
there's places we didn't discuss this evening.
I
so-
mean, there's Culver's, right, in the Midwest. That's a big one. There's
I never had that
Whataburger. There's lots of different
fast food
chains.
So
there you go.
America, love it.
Love it here.
All right. Well, if you want to continue the fast food discourse, you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Let's Talk About That Pod, where we are rapidly growing. Our audience is rapidly growing.
Rapidly growing. Exponentially, some might say.
Yeah.
We have so many exciting things coming up for you on the pod. If you want to email us with any questions, comments, concerns, or inquiries, that would be at letstalkaboutthatpod@gmail.com.
And make sure you're watching this on YouTube. Hey, if you are watching this on YouTube, please go over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and give this a listen on the audio streaming services. The streaming really helps us out. So go give it a little listen or review on the audio streaming services. It really helps us out.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, have a great day.
Have a great day.
I feel like we don't say this enough on this podcast.
And you know what? Eat the chicken nugget.
Yeah.
Eat the milkshake. Drink the milkshake. Have the Frosty.
That's
okay?
right. Have the McFlurry that looks like Larry.
Yes.
Yes.
And think of me while you're having it.
Think of him while you're having it.
And I hope that your day is filled with delicious food and good times.
And maybe some fan fiction to cap it off.
Yes. We
Ricky
love
Big
you.
Red.
Yeah, Ricky and Big Red fan fiction. All right. We love you guys.
All
we'll
right.
see you next week.
On
Let's talk about that.
Bye.